All right, what do we got?
So I have a survival can that was issued by the Office of Civil Defense.
Okay.
Looks like a trash can.
It
Hello! Is anybody out there? Hello? Hello?
I'm here at the pawn shop today to sell my survival can that was issued by the Office of Civil Defense. A neighbor brought the can over with a bunch of items inside that they were giving me, and then I noticed what was on the outside and thought it was pretty cool. I don't really have a use for it, so that's why I decided to bring it here and see if it's something they'd be interested in.
Pretty cool. Survival supplies furnished by Office of Civil Defense, Department of Defense.
The OCD was created just after Pearl Harbor because we were really afraid that the Japanese were going to make their way over to the mainland.
Okay.
And we had to quickly come up with a plan of what we would do if we did get invaded. And what they came up with was these giant shelters, and inside these places were these cans. There'd be water packets, there'd be iodine packets, basic medical supplies, blankets made out of paper. They basically thought of all the steps. You know, they had enough stuff to keep you warm, had enough basic sanitary needs, you know, toothbrush, toothpaste, stuff like that, soap, all the way down to the bags that could be put in it when it was empty to be used as a toilet.
I'm not the smartest guy, but I don't think I keep my toothbrush in a toilet.
They would wait till they were done using them before they turned it into a toilet.
Makes sense.
So what are you looking to do with it?
I was looking to sell it.
Any idea what you're looking to get?
I thought $100.
It would be a cool trash can to have or something, but realistically, I know I could get one of these for quite a bit cheaper. I'd give you 20 bucks for it.
I would do 50.
I'm not going to 50. I'll tell you what, I'll do 40.
I'll do 40.
You'll do 40?
I'll do 40.
All right, thanks. Chum will write you up.
Actually, could you write her up? I've got to use the commode.
Now I get to deal with this all day. Come with me.
I'm walking out with 40 bucks today. I'm happy with that. It's more than what I walked in with, and now I can go take somebody out to lunch.
A guy called the shop and said he's got a ride that's gonna save my life. And since I'm not looking to die anytime soon, I figured I'd check it out. What the hell is it? What's going? I'm Corey.
Tommy, man.
Tommy, all right. Some kind of old SWAT vehicle or
This is actually what I call my survival vehicle.
survival vehicle?
Sure. You know, when the goes down and you got to bug out, you grab your bag, throw it in this, you're out. The survival vehicle is badass. All entry points are protected by a set of bars, which are easy up and easy down, fully impervious to outside threats. I want to sell it because I want to build another one. And if you want one, or anyone else for that matter, I'm your guy.
What did start life out as?
A G30 Chevy camper.
It's like one of those old small motorhomes, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
So you put this whole exoskeleton on it?
Yep.
All right, so looks like it's got a couple thousand pounds of extra weight on it. Tell me about the motor.
I put a performance crate motor with some high horsepower.
Okay, so it doesn't have a problem moving all this stuff on top of it.
Not at all.
All right, you know, this stuff is popular right now. You know, there's entire industries dedicated to building bunkers and, you know, food that will last 50 years. And I like your idea. I mean, I don't want to be trapped in a bunker underground. I want to be mobile.
And that's just it. You get in this, lock it down, get out of Dodge, get to your bunker underground, and you're good.
All right, I gotcha. So show me some of the features.
Well, this is the coolest part. Driver windshield protection, securing the vehicle entirely from any outside threats.
No one's getting in it, that's for sure.
Check this out.
All right.
Right? Look at that. Right? Zombies are coming at you. You're taking arms off. He's got a nice Rolex. Keep that, throw it down there. This one's got a cool pair of shades on. The head comes off. Just crazy stuff.
Man, I can tell you really thought all this out. Obviously, I'm not afraid of a zombie attack, but as a survival vehicle, there's definitely a market out there for this. I'm just not sure I want this thing sitting in the parking lot till I'm able to sell it. What else have you done to it?
Let's go. Let's say you get to your spot or you're on your way and you decide we gotta get out and stretch our legs. You need some shade because it is crazy out here in the desert. Open this up. You could do some work here. Maybe somebody got hurt. You do a little medical stuff here.
Little tool area there, all right?
Exactly. This, it's a 5-gallon water jug painted black. By the time you're done with the day out in the sun, it heats it up. If you ever need to just shower, rinse off.
All right.
Boom. Now in the back, everyone needs a submarine-style latch on the door. Just appears to be strong, right? So you got this, look at this. Boom, look at that.
Man, the inside's pretty plush.
Let's go inside.
All right.
Watch your head on the way in there.
Selling something like this is all about the details. And this guy obviously put a lot of thought into it. I'm still not sure if it's a good buy, but I can't deny that it's pretty damn cool.
What do you think?
You know, man, I dig it. The outside, you know, it's all business. Inside, it's luxury, man. Get your video games there, your TV. It's cool. I really dig it.
You can enjoy it. You can go camping in it.
So, I gotta ask, man. I mean, what's the story behind it? Why'd you build it?
Well, it's kind of like, you know, you buy a model airplane and you put it together and it's fun. Well, this is just a big version of that.
I get it, man. You know, it was fun. It was a project. It was something to do. You know, it's no different than a guy who does the little boat inside the bottle thing. I mean, it's all the same thing, man. You know, let's take it for a test drive and see how it goes.
Let's go.
All right, buddy. This survival vehicle is a pretty cool item, but I gotta make sure I can handle all the extra weight it's carrying before we talk money. If it all checks out, though, I'll be driving off ready to face the apocalypse in style. But I'm stoked to get this beast out and drive it down the street. In Vegas, people are used to seeing crazy stuff, but I don't think anybody will be ready for this. Well, I had to be honest, man. When I first saw the thing, I was like, what the hell is this thing? But
Yeah.
it's fun, man. I guess like
It totally is, and it's got its rough around the edges places, but that's what makes it so cool.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be pretty. It's definitely a fun thing to cruise around in, man. Everybody checks you out.
Yeah.
I'm into it, man. Call me crazy, but I really like this thing. But I know he put a lot of time and effort into building this thing himself, so he's probably gonna have a hard time letting it go for a decent price. All right, man, so what are you looking to get out of it?
I got 20 into it. I'd like to get about 15,000.
You know as well as I do, you're never gonna get what you got in this thing. You know, I'm gonna go 10,000.
10,000. Meet me in the middle, 1250.
1250?
Now that you drove it.
You know, man, I'll tell you what, I'll do 11 as it is, man. It's up to you. If that's the most I'm gonna go.
1250.
11 grand, man. 11 grand or I walk away.
You know, 11's my lucky number, so I think I'm gonna have to take you up on that.
All right, cool. 11,000. Deal. Let's go inside and do some paperwork, buddy.
All right. I sold the vehicle for 11,000. As long as he appreciates the work and all the hard effort that I put into it, I'm happy about it.
What do we have here?
Got some civil defense all-purpose survival crackers.
What do they defend?
Hunger.
Sounds about right.
I came down to the pawn shop today to sell my crackers. These are about 48 years old, but in pretty good condition. I'm hoping to sell these for at least $75 today, but I'm willing to take $40.
So where did you get these?
A buddy of mine works for a real estate company, and they're about to remodel a building. Took me down into the old fallout shelter, and there were several of these cracker containers down there.
I love some of the ingredients. Propyl gallate and propylene glycol added to preserve freshness.
Sounds good.
Some of you can't eat these. I guarantee you after 48 years, they're probably bad. The National Biscuit Company, you know who that is?
Now they're known as Nabisco.
That's
That was
right.
the name before Nabisco.
During the Cold War, many buildings' basements were designated as fallout shelters. This is where you would go in case of a nuclear attack. Nabisco was one of the companies that stocked these fallout shelters with food.
Well, in the early 60s, a lot of people thought that nuclear war was inevitable and that we really needed these fallout shelters. They more or less stopped doing it because they realized it was stupid. I mean, if a nuclear bomb's dropped, fallout shelters aren't gonna do a lot.
I figured it's a good thing for someone that's into Cold War, you know, collectibles and.
I mean, it's not like really collectible, but it is sort of like a novelty.
These crackers are a reminder of all the craziness going on during the Cold War, and I'm sure I can find a buyer for them. I'm just really glad no one had to actually ever open these things.
So what do you want to do with this?
I was hoping to sell it.
What were you looking for?
They were going as high as 99 online. I was hoping to get around 75.
Really?
75 for some old crackers? Can't you do more like 35, man?
There's not a lot of them I've seen that are Nabisco. It's in great shape. How about 50?
I can do 40 maybe at the most.
45.
You're really beating me up, man. I'll meet you in the middle at 42.
Okay,
It's a deal.
I'll do it.
Rick, go do the paperwork.
Yeah, whatever. Go do the paperwork, Sean.
I ended up getting $42 for it. I was hoping to get more, but the guy that was negotiating was driving a pretty hard bargain.
So I've been told there's a guy outside with a huge windmill for sale. I have actually been looking for one of these things for my property up in Oregon, so I hope it's worth my time. So you're the guy with the windmill?
I'm the guy with the windmill.
Okay, there's a lot of windmill here. What exactly is it?
So it's a 12-foot diameter wheel, Fairbanks Morse Eclipse windmill.
It's really cool. I mean, I just love the whole history of windmills. They're the reasons why we have the West. I mean, we wouldn't have the ranches, we wouldn't have the farms, any of that without these windmills. I mean, it's great history. And they look really cool, too.
Yes, they do. I would always tell people that the three things that expanded the West are Winchesters, barbed wire, and windmills. I'm here at the pawn shop today to try and sell my Eclipse windmill. So my grandfather started me into collecting windmills. I have about 35 right now, and I'm just trying to thin a few out. I'm hoping to sell the windmill for $3,500 today.
This is interesting. Eclipse windmills were one of the biggest manufacturers of windmills in the world. The great thing about this design, though, was it was just like easy to ship and just less maintenance. You know, the most common windmill you see out there is the ones with the curved metal blades.
Yep.
The problem is, in the 1880s and you're in the middle of nowhere, it's pretty hard to find metal fabrication services. This right here, you can make the blades with a really, really rudimentary wood shop.
Yep.
It had a very, very simple system. This right here would hold the blades.
Yep.
There would be a crankshaft on one side, and literally underground, there was a pump that just went bum, 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 and pumped water as long as there was a breeze. I really dig the design. You want to sell this thing, right?
I do, yes.
How much you want for it?
I want $3,500.
I don't know if that's a good price or not, but I think this thing is super cool. As a matter of fact, I was looking for an old one for myself because I wanted to bring up to my ranch to make power. So are all the pieces here?
All the pieces are here, yes.
All right. Let me call a buddy of mine because hopefully he can tell me more about it and tell me if he can put it together.
Sounds
'Cause I'm
good.
just going to need help.
Yep.
So give me a few minutes and I'll be right back.
Sounds good. I believe it's worth $3,500 because it is complete. All the pieces are there, but I just haven't had time to restore it.
It's old.
It is old.
I mean, it's a windmill, you know? It's something that we couldn't have done without. And this Fairbanks Morse company, which is spelled incorrectly,
It
you
is
did on
spelled-
purpose?
No.
Okay, so that company has been going on for 125 years, and they're still in business. Okay, all right. So tell me, what do you want?
I want this thing to make electricity.
Okay, so we can, not with old stuff, because he's used to pump water. So you want to use some new stuff on this particular windmill?
Yeah, I mean, if we can put a permanent alternator on it, but is it doable?
I think it's doable. I think we can put it together. By the looks of it, the wood is all in great shape.
If we could repaint it, I just want it looking really, really good.
I'd say hooking it into the alternator is probably going to be the hardest, okay? But the base isn't going to be so easy to make. But it's huge. I mean, how big are we building? This says it was 36 feet tall, is the base alone. So that means this is about 40.
I think we can get by with like a 25-foot base.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I know we can do it. What's nice is we sort of have a guideline here to go by.
Okay.
You know, we have parts list and stuff like that. It's not as easy as you think. You got to build the tower, but it's doable.
Okay. So he wants $3,500 for it.
Wow. To me, something of this age and to be this complete, I mean, you figure this is 1800s. And if all the mechanicals are here, I'd say it's probably worth $3,500.
Okay.
Awesome piece. It's giving me goosebumps. It's cool.
Okay.
Very cool.
I will let you know, and
Okay.
you might have to bring a truck over.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Rick.
You bet. Okay.
Nice
Nice
to
meeting you,
meet
buddy.
you.
Great
Yep.
meeting you.
Okay. So you said you wanted $1,500 for it?
Yeah, you're pretty funny. I think I'm pretty firm.
You're firm at $3,500. No one's firm. I'll tell you what. Make me feel good about myself. I'll give you $3,000 for it. I'm not making any money. I'm buying this thing for myself.
How about this? 3,000 and you can't call me, or 32 and you can call me with any question?
Oh, no. If there's a problem, I'm calling you. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'll give you $3,100. It's more than fair.
Okay.
All right, sweet. We got a deal. All right, just follow me inside, and
Good.
I'll do some paperwork with you.
Yep. Honestly, negotiation was kind of a breeze, and I'm happy with my $3,100.
Hey, what do you got here?
A Breitling that I want you to take a look at.
Thick watch.
It's a Breitling emergency. It's got a homing beacon in it. You unscrew this thing right here when you crash your plane, and it broadcasts on the emergency frequency, if you're still alive.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my Breitling watch. I got it at a good price from a buddy of mine, but I've got a ton of watches, and I'm looking to thin the collection out a little bit.
You know anything about it?
Yeah, I mean, real quality watch. This one's never been out of here, so it's got all the parts.
Yeah, Breitling's a neat company. What they did was, I think it was the Swiss Air Force, wanted a really, really accurate wristwatch for their Air Force. So they went to Breitling, which was a instrument maker, and had them design a watch that would be really accurate for a pilot. The thing is, though, if you buy one of these things and you pull that wire, my understanding is you can get in a lot of trouble, unless it's a real emergency. It costs $50,000 if you pull it. At least it can. I can believe it can cost up to that.
Kind of like calling 911 for a prank.
An emergency locator transmitter is basically a signal that's sent out to find pilots when their planes go down. When you set one off, a massive search and rescue begins. And that's why if you turn it on and you're not lost, you can get fined up to $50,000. This right here just basically tests it to make sure that the emergency part works. And does it work now? So we know that it'll broadcast on the emergency frequency.
I'm impressed.
And then you can jump on your plane and then crash yourself, and then we'll find you.
There you go. Sounds good.
This watch is really cool, but selling it is not going to be easy. It's not old enough to attract your classic watch collector, and there's just not a lot of pilots out there. Do you want to pawn it or sell it?
I'm looking to sell it.
So how much are you looking to get out of it?
I was hoping to get about $6,000 for it. It's a cool watch.
I know it's a cool watch. It's a really specialty market I have to sell it to, though. $4,000. Thing is, I'm going to put it in my showcase. I'm going to mark it $6,000, and then someone's going to beat me down to like $5,200, $5,000. I got to make something.
I need 45.
41?
42.50.
42?
Okay.
42.
All right.
All right, write them up, son.
Do some paperwork, my man.
Thanks. I was hoping to get a little more, but made a couple grand on it. I'm gonna go do some gambling and a few drinks and have a good meal.